Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never...
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Room here to run. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. The Lions at 3-7 now in the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the 50, it's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. This is intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Singletary to get the drive started. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A tackle by Michael Brockers as he works his way through the tackle for loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Allen. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Go off a handoff here to Swift. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now gone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Seibert's kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Chris Ford from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage, because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off, and then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now a first carry for their fullback. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue. The Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis. 2nd and 10. Now a give right side Swift. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On first down, gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes the receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
It worked out really well for them.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hold on.
Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown Lions. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it's just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
This a quick pass to Davis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Chris Board. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Allen. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown, Bills. Jamison Crowder, 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From the 29, Goff. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Throwing on third, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 31, Allen. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But You're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Allen. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now a play fake, and it's gone. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now gone. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. To return is McKenzie. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Here's Goff. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Goff steps away to his left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen off the play fake. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 90 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Play action. It's gone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. Finding room at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a first down throw. Gone. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Goff now looks to throw. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
They'll run with Swift. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's third and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Swift again, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have the first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Goff now to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Williams will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Gone. This will be caught at about the 5. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do him much good. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Lions have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount up. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Both Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Swift.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
To Williams on the jet sweep.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
We go.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing